When the pandemic hit in early 2020, it became a game reset. Every high-touch and high-risk activity had been forced to move online. Ultimately, those in the digital industry are the winners. The pandemic has created a chance for entrepreneurs to rethink about problems in society and solve them efficiently through technology. East Ventures supported startup companies to identify these problems, as well as to focus on their core strengths so that they could adapt to the crisis, survive the worst of the storm, and come back stronger. Resilience, resourcefulness, and discipline become the key traits of success. The pandemic has served as a patch to Indonesia as a platform, which now has advanced digital infrastructure and more than 200 million internet users. In the end, COVID-19 is merely holding us back for a time. We are now witnessing how Indonesia's digital economy is preparing itself to slingshot towards its golden era. The recent merger of two Indonesian tech giants is a testament to the potential of Indonesia's strong digital economy. This is just the beginning of the rise of many startups in the future, from Indonesia to the world.
Hello everyone and welcome to our Startup Arena Pitch Battle Indonesia Semifinals, brought to you by Tech in Asia in collaboration with East Ventures, where we'll be hearing from some very promising startups who are tackling environmental, social, and governance issues. That's ESG for short. So they are pitching for the chance to win some very attractive prizes. But before that, my name's Nat from the Tech in Asia Studios team, and I'll be your host for tonight alongside my colleague Ting.
Hi everyone. So last week we had our Singapore semi-finals, and together with tonight's top two pitchers, all the finalists will get to battle it out at our Tech in Asia Conference 2021 virtual in less than a month's time on October 12th and 13th. So mark your calendars, everyone. If you haven't gotten your tickets, you can still get the promotional price from the link in the chat box. But for all of our Tech in Asia core and live subscribers, we'll be giving you access to the conference for free. So don't miss out on that. Now, bringing everyone back to tonight's agenda, here are the rules, Nat.
All right, so the rules are very simple. Each startup will have 5 minutes to present. We will help to keep time for that, and there will be a bell that will ring when your time is up, so pay attention. Then after that, the judges will have 5 minutes for Q&A to speak with the founders. But it won't be a great battle without some awesome wins. So Ting, could you tell us what the prizes are?
Yes, so for all of our semi-finalists here today, you will all get attractive prizes from DBS, Google Cloud Startup Program, and Foray Coffee. And the runner-up of today will receive additional benefits at Tech in Asia Conference 2021, as well as additional prizes from Google Cloud and Xendit. And the winner of tonight's semi-final will receive all of that, as well as a 1-week trial to App Annie's Intelligent Light and $2,500 US in cash prize sponsored by DBS Bank. So thank you once again to our partners from DBS, App Annie, Google Cloud, Xendit, and Foray Coffee.
But to get these attractive prizes, our contestants will have to impress the judges. So let's bring them in. Tonight's judges are Erlin Diani, SVP Head of Digibank Business Growth at PT Bank DBS Indonesia. We also have Melissa Irene, partner at East Ventures. And last but not least, Ongki Saputra, Vice President for Business and Operations and the COO at Traveloka. Good to have you guys with us today. Judges, could you guys, before we get started, just tell us what exactly you're hoping to see from tonight's Startup Arena? Maybe Erlene, let's start with you.
Yes, hi, hello everyone, and hello all the contestants. I think it's very interesting. Just now I look at all your company names, and then I already start to browse to see what you guys are doing, and it looks like everything is like, it's a breakthrough and it's very good for our environment. So I'm very excited to see all the pitches.
All right, Irene, could you tell us exactly what you're looking forward to for this evening?
Hello, everyone, and good to meet everyone here. I've met some of the CEOs that's got a page, so hello again. I'm really looking forward to hear the progress. ESG has been a topic that's very important and finally really coming true in investment world. So I'm looking forward to have like more of these innovations, especially coming from Indonesia.
That's right. Now, Onki, maybe one last minute advice for our founders here today. Do you have anything to impart to them before they get started?
Listen up, founders.
Hi, everyone. So I think my final advice for you guys is just to have fun, be yourself, be confident. I think you have done such a great job to be able to go until this stage. So just have fun today and bring out the best in you.
What a lovely sentiment.
Very lovely. Thank you so much, judges, for taking the time to be here. And thank you for sharing right before we kick this off. We also want to remind our audience that this is an interactive segment. So feel free to let us know in the chat box which startup you are rooting for tonight. So if you see a pitch, you like it, you think they have a great idea, great business, do let us know and they will know as well. But just so you know, these comments will not impact the final results of the pitch battle. That is entirely up to our judges.
Still good to know. Okay, so that's all the pleasantries. Thank you, judges, for being here. Let the battle begin. So let's introduce our first startup for today, Rekosistem. 3 million workers count their livelihood in the waste industry in Indonesia, but the working environment is really bad and only 9% of waste gets segregated. So to solve this problem, Rekosistem has increases value in the chain by providing a circular economy platform and machine learning. So let's find out from them how this is done. Ernest, hi, and welcome to the startup arena.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
No problem. Yeah. So you've heard what Anki said, just relax, have fun, and your 5 minutes starts now.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, hello everyone. My name is Ernest Layman. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Rekosistem. So I will share about our innovation to improve the waste value chain through seamless operation and market data measurement. Waste management industry is quite huge. Okay, so there are 3 million waste workers count livelihood in the waste value chain. For example, this Mr. Jana, he worked for years in the waste management industry in a messy and unhealthy working environment, but they only get $100 maximum per month from only segregating and absorb 7% of waste with the millions ton of waste opportunity. So this is how we want to improve the productivity of the livelihood in the of the waste workers in the chain. But if we see about waste management, there is something that we can like a high value product and low value. But when it comes to waste, most of them, or even all type of waste, classified as low value. Our society's value products, not only because of the ingredients, but also they pay about the operation costs, they pay about the marketing costs, margin, promotion, marketing, even tax. This is how our value, our product value in the market. But when it become a waste, waste is a post-consumer product, but we only can value the waste based on its packaging cost. But we see waste more than that is packaging. Waste carries a lot of information. It can carry about the distribution data, market research, about the consumption, and there's also opportunity for us to improve the seamless operations in the waste value chain. So this is how we will change the game and then make the waste value chain become more profitable and also sizable in terms of the players in the market. So this is our product. Our product is a platform and machine learning for the waste value chain. So we improve the waste productivity by capturing information and data in the current each stakeholders. We connect from the consumers, go into the waste workers, ensure the products can be recycled back into the recycled materials and produced as the packaging for the brand owners. Our feature consists of the seamless operation features and also brand and marketing insight data features. So from the seamless operation features, we connect and provide the collection features for the users or drop point features for people can drop or ensure request pickup for their waste. And we also provide improvement features for the waste workers, the recollab, to ensure that they can collect and create routing that is productive and also efficient for them. For market data feature, we do waste accounting and also market research to capture all the information carried by the waste provided is the brand owner. So this is how our value chain generate the revenue stream. There are four main revenue streams in this chain. The first is the short-term revenue stream. We get the revenue based on the total waste managed from the subscription. This is a freemium starting from the free services and then paid services, and then sales of the waste into the recycling chain. We also gather the sales from the market research. So we do waste counting into the companies and also provide market data research. So this is our operations models. So we capture the waste from the beginning and then matchmaking into the waste recycling chain. And this is our traction from the past 1 year, our operation. So next, sorry, it's quite lagging. Yeah, so we grow 2%, 20% month over month with these monthly active users, 26 B2B users, 156 year to date of total waste accounted in our platform, 650 daily active users, and also more than 700 waste transfers. Okay, next is for the revenue. Our target pipelines currently is 100,000 USD with the 24% month over month growth, and we will close this year with the 28,000 revenue in a month. And we also capture around targeted 760 metric ton of waste total in the 1 year, and closing this with the 200 metric ton a month in end of the 2021. And this is how our positioning. We don't see the competition as the competitors, but we see is a part of a collaboration and grow together in the market.
All right, sorry to cut you off there, Ernest, but your 5 minutes is up. So maybe the judges can kick us off in our Q&A. Erlene, let's start with you.
Okay, thank you, Ernest. A very interesting pitch. I think you've captured most of it all, but I want to ask, it's about the scalability of your business, because I've tried one of the services, not from your company but from the others, and I feel that the cost that I need to put in order for me to send out my my waste is a bit too high. So I think because your collection point is like not that many, right? So I think that will become a main barrier. I mean, is that something that you're looking for and have a solution on?
Okay, so I think the challenge of the waste value in this value chain, we cannot serve it by our own. So we need to collaborate with the current waste picker, waste aggregator to cut the price. For example, currently we serve like a cluster is around 300 houses. We don't work it by ourselves, like creating and provide our vehicles. We work with the current waste worker there, waste aggregator. So mostly currently, since this market is quite new in Indonesia especially, so they provide it end to end by the companies. But if you want to cut the cost and ensure it have the same price with the conservative one, we need to collaborate with the local players in the area. So I think that's the first one. Second is to absorb all type of waste. We cannot select only several type of waste. So this is how we do. We are maybe the only one waste management companies that can absorb all type of the municipal solid waste, all type of inorganic, all type of the organic, and all type of the residual type of waste. So it will cut the cost of collection and ensure it can be come a supply for the waste recycler partners.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Great. Anki, do you want to chime in?
Yeah, sure. I would like to understand further on the operations in general. So in terms of the waste worker itself, how are your company currently involving them in the process of this technology that you are building? What are their roles, and how do you get them to work together with you or adopt the solution that you provide for the waste workers, especially the ones that are probably not familiar with some fancy technology or like, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I think we follow their current behavior. There are two types of the waste workers that currently we work on in the upstream. Maybe I can go back to the slide that show the value chain. So we work, they are separated into the waste picker, the waste worker, and also the waste aggregator. So how we work? So we measure based on performance base. For the waste picker, we count their performance based on the routing that we already provide like one day before. So how the waste management works, it cannot be on demand. We need to have the last mile schedule pickup because value per volume is very low. So that's the first one. Second, this need to be the optimal routing model. That's why we collaborate with the cluster or the residential or complex to deploy the target of the routing into the waste worker in the 1 month or 1 week before. So in terms of the penetration of the technology, it depends on the waste worker currently, to be honest. For the one that are not having the mobile app, we just print it, the routing. But the one that are already providing, have the mobile app that they can check the routing through directly into the app. So that's for the waste worker. Same also with the waste aggregator. We collaborate with the current local aggregator, usually the L1, the small aggregator, to gather the waste worker coming to their places. The one that need to own the platform is the waste aggregator, because most of the waste workers don't have the technology. So what they do is they are signing, coming into the waste aggregator, and then after that measure like how many of waste that will be segregated after they coming into the aggregator for their specific routing. So there's no need for them to own the mobile. It's just need for the aggregator that count and measure the performance of the waste worker coming into their location to segregate the waste.
Right. Shall we wrap up with one final question from Irene?
Hi, Ernest.
Hello.
You've explained a lot of things. Maybe just one would like to, as you talk about the low-income waste worker, can you share how many of them that you have impacted, and maybe if there's an uplift in income because of your service?
Okay, so currently we serve around 20 waste workers that provide that optimally work in our platform, that we can ensure they can get net income is the doubles versus currently. If currently is 100, currently the net income already cut with the operational cost and etc. is 200 net income they bring every month.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, Ernest. And thank you to all the judges as well for all your wonderful questions. But we got to move on to the next startup for tonight. Our next pitcher is Jana von Rabenau from Siklus. Siklus reduces plastic waste by selling everyday needs as refills. Customers can simply order via their app and mobile refill bikes come to their doorsteps. They can then use their own containers to refill detergent, shampoo, and more at a lower cost. Very interesting stuff. So Jana, if you are ready, you have 5 minutes.
Great. Thank you so much. And I can't believe that you got the pronunciation of my name right, because usually everybody gets it wrong. So it's Jana, not Jane. This is very hard to navigate. Can we go back? Oh my God. Sorry. Okay. So I am so sorry. Okay, sorry about this. I'm Jana, the founder of Siklus, and we're D2C
Sorry,
distributor.
Jana, we're having some technical issues because
yeah, somehow it's all, the slides are somehow jumping a lot.
Yeah, could you give us a second to?
I'm wondering if maybe it's easier that you actually control them and I just give a sign.
Let's just wait for our backstage team to say, give us the heads up, and then we can go right to it. Sorry to kill your groove. But yeah, no, we got your name right. Easy.
Yes. It's a German pronunciation.
Why are you not on the stage?
Should I try again? No, it's not working.
Here we go.
Okay, it seems to work. Okay, well, so the problem that we're addressing is that of single-use plastics. You know, when you buy FMCG products in store, be it a warung or mini market, it's expensive because you pay a lot for the packaging costs. It's inconvenient because you have to go to store, and it's environmentally harmful. So we offer a refill delivery service, which is on average 20% cheaper on a per unit basis. We offer the convenience of to-door delivery, and we're completely free of single-use plastics. The way it works, oh my God. I'm so sorry, somehow this is not working very well. Okay, the way it works is that, okay, sorry. The way it works is that you can order a refill via our app or WhatsApp, and then a refill bike comes to your doorstep. And then you can use your own containers to refill everyday needs like detergent, shampoo, dishwashing liquid at a discount. And here's a little demo. Can the backstage team help me play it? Somehow it's not playing. And play the sound as well.
We're looking at it right now. The visual seems to be playing, just that there's no audio, unfortunately.
Yeah. Okay.
There's something.
Let's keep going.
Yeah. Let's just keep going. There's a really nice audio. Just letting you know. Can someone move to the next slide? This is not working for me.
I believe only you can do that. Yeah, okay, let's go.
Yeah. Since every Indonesian has to wash their hair, has to wash their clothes, there's a huge market for FMCGs. Over 500 million sachets and pouches are sold every day in Indonesia. And we estimate there's a $10 billion market just for household products that can very easily be refilled in the base of the pyramid middle class in Indonesia. What we've really been seeing is a very high growth of FMCG delivery. So people are opting not to go to a supermarket or to the store, but ordering to their home. And we aim to be the market leader for refillables in Indonesia and Southeast Asia. Can we move to the next slide? It's not working for me. And the way our business model works is that we work with FMCGs like P&G, Nestle, etc. And we buy their products in bulk in these 5 to 25 liter jerry cans at a lower cost. And then we use third-party logistics that are equipped with our bikes to deliver it to our customers. And of course, over time, we can improve our delivery efficiency, get a better purchasing price with scale, and also enable group buying. We've already been seeing a lot of people buying in groups, and also monetizing secondary revenue streams like data, advertising, also selling our own brand. Can we move to the next slide? And since we launched this model in January, we've grown 18x from $3,000 in monthly sales to $56,000 in monthly sales, and really grown our user base, and even have at this point 5,000 people on our waiting list for other parts of Indonesia. And what's really been interesting is that most of this growth has been organic. So it's really been people sharing on their Instagram, their WhatsApp, which is super exciting. And we've already been seeing a lot of traction from the brands. We're working with P&G, Nestle, Wings, Mars, Reckitt, Godrej, and more. And what really offer them is a higher market share because our customers switch brands to buy from us. And also the sort of virality where there's nothing less interesting than, less exciting than detergent. Nobody would ever, post that on their Instagram that like, hey, I just bought Unilever, But for us, people are really doing that. And so this is really the core of what we offer them on top of, data and brand value. Can we move to the next slide? And our team combines backgrounds in FMCG marketing and tech. I have a background in behavioral economics and sustainability. Adrian was MD at various international marketing agencies where he was specifically handling FMCGs and also exited 2 companies. Tridi was VP of engineering at Stickon, which is also EV funded. And he grew the tech team there from 30 to 40 people. Could I just finish? Because I think there was a lot of
Sorry, we've got to keep moving.
Okay.
Perhaps the judges could get you talking more about your pitch here.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Yeah, thank you for your 5 minutes. Maybe the judges, does any one of you have a question for Yana? Onki, do you have a question for Yana?
Yeah, sure. Hi, Yana.
Hi.
I have a question for you. Thank you. It was a lovely presentation, by the way, despite the hiccups.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
No worries. Just want to understand further, what is your plan to actually scale up the operations? Because you mentioned the potential markets in Indonesia is huge, but how much of them you think you can realistically target? Because like logistics is an issue, right, in Indonesia, especially when you're going to smaller cities. So yeah, I would like to know your plan on that.
Yeah, so I think in general, we think of scalability in terms of operations. It's really, we are working with third-party logistics. We work with FlexoFast and Shipper now to really make it more scalable, right? So that we don't have to do all of this. And what we actually see in terms of even unit economics, that sometimes the less dense areas actually work better because they have less traffic. And we also see a high product market fit from these areas. When we look at our waiting list, we get a lot of demand from second and third tier cities. And so we do actually think that this model can work in other areas, also from a logistics standpoint. And even we have not tried it in rural regions, but the way we envision it there is that there's a fixed schedule of like, on Friday afternoons, we're in village A, on Friday noons, we're in village B, to create a model that works in rural areas as well. And we are targeting, half of our customers are blue collar, half of our customers are middle class roughly, and a small minority are, under 3 due to household income. So we are really targeting a mainstream audience, sort of not this like niche environmentalist audience. So we think that we can target a large percentage of this market.
All right, thank you so much. The other 2 judges, Irene or Erlene, do you have anything for Yana?
Hi, Yana.
Hi.
I love that EV-funded companies add credibility to the team that you just mentioned. That aside, good to meet you again. Probably, maybe, can you talk more about the environmental impact or any social impact that you are creating? Maybe you talk about sachet. Maybe if you can share like some metrics towards that.
Yeah. So really, when we look at the impact we create, we tackle the worst type of plastic waste at the source. Sachets and pouches are completely not recyclable, and they disproportionately pollute for that reason. So in fact, 1 in 5 items found on Indonesian beaches are plastic wrappers and sachets because there's no value in the recycling chain. And so we actually eliminate them entirely. And so at this point, for every $1 sold, we actually save 3 plastic packages. And further, from a savings standpoint, our customers save 20%. Most of our customers are blue collar. So this actually adds up to a significant savings for low income populations. And so we really feel that at scale, this can have a huge impact on the social and environmental standpoint.
All right, thank you for that. Erlene, do you have anything to ask Yana?
Yes, maybe just a quick one. Yana, I remember in one of the slides, I think it mentioned about 8% of margin, while at the same time, you also mentioned the growth that you've been getting now mostly are organic, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you're about to scale, do you think you still have like enough margin to, make people know about your services?
For sure. I mean, I think that of course, our marketing cost is going to increase. Like we know that, it's quite normal at the beginning. It's very low. It's not organic, but we also think that this kind of virality will continue to be there, right? In the sense that we see people who are ordering for the 5th time still posting it on Instagram. And so we think that our marketing cost will always be lower than for other products where you don't have that impact part that makes people excited. So we don't actually think that that will be an issue going forward.
I see. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much, Yana. And thank you to our judges as well for your very intriguing questions.
Now let's move on to the third startup for today. Tridi Oasis is a homegrown Indonesian recycling company aiming to turn problems in waste management into opportunities through recycling locally sourced plastic waste into high quality raw materials. Welcome, Dian. Hi, okay, you ready?
Yes.
All good? Okay, your 5 minutes starts.
Okay, thank you. Hi.
Hang on 1 second. Our team just needs to make sure that you're on stage with us.
Yeah, let's just wait 1 second for Dian to show up on the stream.
Yeah, that's what happens with virtual events. We just have to sometimes be a little patient. Okay, all good now. Dian, your 5 minutes begin now.
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Dian. I'm the founder and CEO of Tridi Oasis. As mentioned earlier, we are a homegrown Indonesia plastic recycling company. Our mission is to turn problems in waste management into opportunities through recycling local plastic waste. What we are doing is the background, as like everyone here, is the huge problem that Indonesia have in plastic pollution that has been a growing cause of concern of everyone. What we are doing is directly working on the ground, transforming this plastic waste into a new raw materials. So we have started back in 2017, mainly for collecting plastic bottles. And then we are doing mechanical recycling, basically transforming these plastic bottles into recycled PET or plastic flakes that later on these plastic flakes become raw materials for our customers. And then they will transform again into other useful products such as sustainable textile or packaging. Apart from that, we are also understand, like what Yana mentioned, the main problem that Indonesia currently have is multi-layer plastics or plastic sachet. So what we have been doing is we are doing continuously doing R&D for product diversification so we can recycle more type of plastics. So we have been doing to recycle this multi-layer plastic, trying to recycle that into furniture and other construction materials. And then apart from that, so last year itself, we recycled around 100 million plastic bottles. And then the jobs that we have created right now is around 120 people for the surrounding livelihoods. And then around more than 300 people directly impacted through our supply chain, including Rekosistem, actually one of our partners for the sourcing of plastic waste. And then, and we're talking, oopsie. Okay, same. And when we're talking about the business itself, because we know that this impact business need to be sustained, financially sustainable, so we can continuously create an impact. So since our establishment in 2017 to right now, 2021, we have grown tremendously, except 2019 to 2020 because of the COVID and relocation of the plant. For 2021 itself, right now, August year to date, we have booked around more than 50 billion rupiah or around 3.6 million. That makes our future projection of the business will grow 300% in 2021 compared to 2020. And then we will also estimate this will grow double in 2022 and 2023. This actually translates in terms of the tonnage impact is around we recycle almost from 2017 to 2020 is around 6,500 tons plastics that we recycled and come back again to the market. In terms of competitive landscape, what we provide to our customers is the traceability of the raw materials, because we know that the customers also require this traceability. Last year, there was the case that one of the brands, they bought virgin materials with a higher price because the supplier marketed it as recycled materials, because right now recycled material is more expensive than virgin materials. And when we're looking at the market itself, the potential in terms of the sourcing, we know that it's everywhere. Indonesia itself needs to have more than 39 plastic recycles every year in order to tackle the problem. And then the demand-wise, we know that most of the brands, they have already committed to get at least 50% of their raw materials will come or need to come from recycled plastics. And everyone knows there right now is still behind the target. So that's how huge the high potential market is. And that's how we drive our short-term, medium, and long-term plan. So we see that 2017 up to 2020 is our setting up the foundation stage. And right now up to 2023, we think that it's our optimization and preparation to grow. And then 2023, 2025 is our grow and diversification, replication to other location or diversifying to another type of plastics that makes us ready to become a leader of a strategic partner for recycled material sourcing by 2026 and so on. So this is me and my co-founder, Dinda, sitting in the management. And then we have also advisor from our investors, Siklus Capital, and also UF. And then right now we have around 120 people working from us across the plant and supporting organizations. And yeah, we are looking forward to grow more and in order to continue to support and prevent more plastic pollutions coming to the ocean. Thanks.
Great timing.
Thank you.
All right, that's Tridi Oasis. Thank you. And judges, let's start with the questions. Who would like to kick us off?
Okay, maybe let me start. Dian, thank you for the pitches. I think it covers almost all, but I have one question about, what is actually that you need to scale more? Because, the raw material is there, the demand is there, right? Is it about the engine? I mean, like, what do you actually need?
Yes, exactly. That's the case. I mean, right now, what we are focusing this year and next year is to optimize our current capacity. And you're right. The only way to scale up is to replicate. So then we need more location, meaning that we need to set up the plant, the machines, and so on, and also probably a good or more efficient technology. So then we can recycle more plastics with the most efficient way. So that's the only way we grow.
Okay.
Right. Irene?
Thank you so much for the presentation. Very clear. I think I have two questions though. I think riding on the previous one, how are you currently utilizing technology in your company? And the second one, maybe you have talked about the supply, the process. Maybe you can share more about the type of customers that you are selling to as well.
Yeah, thanks. So that's interesting part in terms of the technology. What I have mentioned earlier is the way we would like to try to differentiate ourselves with the others is to provide the data, traceability, and transparency to our customers so they know where the material coming from. And especially right now, we are in the process to get the certification of ocean-bound plastics, because I think the customers also need to have the right to know where the material coming from, and is it really ocean-bound plastic materials, and then how many actually people get impacted through this along the value chain, and especially for the brands, right? And then this is one of the example, like we're working with Rekosistem actually directly to collect the multi-layer plastics, and we get those transparency of the data. We record through the apps and the mobile apps, like how many that we are collecting it and from where. And that's how we utilize the data. Internally, we're still working on especially using the data for, but this is for internal operations improvement, you know, like the productivity, the production loss that we have, and warehousing and so on. But that's kind of like internal. Second question on the customer wise. So right now we sell mostly 80 to 85% to export market, especially Europe, because in Europe, they already have a regulation from the government to use a minimum recycled content. Otherwise, they will get additional tax and so on. So, so right now, the demand of recycled plastics is really high in Europe. So that's why we sell mostly in Europe, and we are waiting actually to have more and more customers actually in local.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Nice. I love that there's so much collaboration between the startups here today. Onki, can you please wrap us up?
Yeah, just would like to build on top of what Melissa asked earlier. So you mentioned that your market is mainly export to Europe, right? What is your strategy to onboard more local customers or local clients to use your product? I'm curious, right? Because like in Indonesia itself, I think the demand is also there. I just would like to know how you plan to do that.
Yeah, thanks. Interesting question. You know, in Europe, the customer has a different market driven. So they're more using recycled plastic because they need to use that, driven by the regulation, also the awareness. But here in local, most of manufacturers, they're still considering the cost. So if we cannot sell with the lower price than the virgin materials, then they will not buy it, except the brands and so on, right? Also for the brands, it's just right now it's only one brand that considered to use the recycled plastics. So the way what we are doing right now, especially for the manufacturers, non-brands, is yes, it's through our optimization. So we can sell our materials less than the virgin plastics with the good quality. So they don't need to use virgin plastics, which is more expensive. They can use recycled one. Recycled one, however, with a less price, and also working with the brands locally. So for them to be able to be ready to use recycled plastics, because not every brand's also already like ready locally to use recycled materials as their raw materials.
All right, thank you so much, judges, and thank you, Dian, once again. We're going to move on to our next startup for this evening. But before that, since we're right about at the halfway point for tonight's Startup Arena, I think it's just the right time to remind everybody watching to make sure to get your tickets for our Tech in Asia Conference 2021 virtual, which is happening from October 12 to 13. Now, as we all know, these are the semifinals that's happening right now, and the finals will take place at the end of our Tech in Asia conference. So if you want to see the winners from tonight, as well as from the other semifinals, pitch their startups again for the grand prize, do make sure to get your tickets now. If you do so, we have a discount going on for the low price of $59 per ticket. You can get access to the conference to watch the pitches, connect with industry professionals, and listen in to some very insightful sessions. So don't forget that. Of course, if you are a core or live Tech in Asia subscriber, you can attend all that for free. So yeah, come join us. Don't miss out. Now, going back to Startup Arena, our next company is Moretrash. Moretrash is a smart app for digital-based trash management solutions. Consumers can sort their trash and convert it into money or points as a benefit. Agung, are you ready for your pitch? I think you're on mute, Agung. I think you're still on mute.
Hit unmute.
Could you just unmute yourself first before we start?
Welcome to 2021.
Okay.
All
Can you guys hear
right,
me?
there we go.
Now you're ready.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
All right, Agung, you got 5 minutes. Your time starts now.
Hello, my name is Agung. I'm from Moretrash. We are here to creating an efficient stress management in Indonesia. Waste is the biggest problem for every country. Indonesia has produced 70,000 tons of inorganic waste every day, with 5 million scavengers who depend on collecting waste conventionally. In 2020, Indonesia generates 70 million tons of trash per day, 30% of which 20 million tons is plastic, with total market size is 2.7 billion. However, only around 30% of this plastic trash amount is collected, and less than 15% of plastic trash is recycled. Moretrash is an online platform that accelerates interaction between key players of waste management. It provides a solution which eases to track collection from consumer to waste collector business to waste collectors and trash sales from collectors to the recycles industry. Moretrash generates its revenue from a 10% fee from trash transaction between household to trash collectors, business to trash collectors to recycles. The trash collectors targeted are both private trash collector with over 1 million transactions targeted by end of 2023. Moretrash also generates its revenue from a $7 monthly subscription charged to trash collector willing to be illegal collectors for the pickup service. In COVID-19 pandemic, the demand for trash pickup remains high, with more than 1,500 active users with an average of 20 kilos of waste per transaction. With total more than 100 tons waste has managed by our 29 trash collector in 2 major cities, Tangerang and Semarang. Our larger types and volume of waste are plastic and paper. Sorry. There are competitors. The good news is that there are our competitors. The good news is that in the waste management industry, based on technology, there are no competitors who have truly become market leaders. Moretrash aims to become an integrated ecosystem for waste management in the path to development. We have strategy to develop web and app development to support B2B services. Pilot project with government, trash picker, and collectors in East Java to support B2G service. Also integrated waste channeling to recycle industry. Expand market to major city in every province to reach surrounding cities and integrated waste channeling. There are some plans for next 3 years that divide on 4 categories. In household, business B2B partnership, KPI milestone, also waste aggregator. There are acquisition area of Moretrash. We target acquisition in 3 major cities, with first step is acquire the major cities in every province. We believe with our strategy, we can reach our target user in 2025 with over 2 million household users, over 19,000 companies, over 30,000 trash collectors, and also over 2,000 recycle partners. Along with the increase in our user and partners, we are targeting the amount of trash that we will manage in 2025 as much as 2.3 million tons of trash. Moretrash is targeting a fundraise of 500,000 equity financing by quarter 2 of 2021 to fund its product development and improvement for 20% customer acquisition and retention for around 45%, and the team expansion for 27%. And this is our team. This is proven models from similar company, a bird in India. Unless we believe together with Moretrash to have efficiency of waste management in Indonesia. Sort your trash and get benefits. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Agung. Let's move on to the Q&A. So maybe we could start with Irene this time. Irene, do you have a question for Agung?
Thank you. I might have not got this very clear, but I would like to hear more about the ecosystem that you built, and some part where you mentioned there is subscriptions. That can you add that explanation as well, and how many paying subscribers do you have right now?
Okay, the current ecosystem, the existing ecosystem that we have actually we have targeting user in household, in industry. We have cooperation with Perumnas and also with a little apartment. It calls at Rusunawa. We have cooperation to sorting their trash, and they can get benefit with us. It's like from B2B and also services. So the ecosystem in behind us, we have partnership with startup company that recycle industry. Like they have like smart machine to like a biodegradable to processing the waste and organic waste. So actually, we like connecting the existing ecosystem. We just like connecting the dot and get transaction from the fee transaction from it. And for after, I forgot the second question. Sorry.
Any paying subscribers you have right now?
Yes, paying subscription. Actually, for our trust, we have like the trash picker is the trash picker and the trash collector. Trash collector will buy our services that will share the dashboard monitoring to give our data or to give our waste data when which area most collecting the waste, so they can manage efficiency, time efficiency to collect the waste.
All right.
So they will they will pay the fee transaction from that.
All right, thank you. Onki, do you have another question for Agung?
Yeah, just a quick one. You mentioned that you want to improve Semarang and then expand to Jakarta and Surabaya, right? Any considerations? Why do you pick those cities first?
Actually, we have advisor and partnership with government in Surabaya area. So they have pilot project for us to implement our project there. So they have like a warehouse, and we as our warehouse to get to more easy get trash collector there. So B2G business to government service will be easiest to implement. So actually for first pilot to next month, we have existing partnership with Alpha Midi Group to have their collect waste in all of Bekasi area. So next month we will have 2 area warehouse point in Bekasi.
All right, thank you for that. And Erlene, do you have anything for Agung?
Yes, just a quick one. So you mentioned about some competitors who's providing the same service, right? What is the different like proposition that you offer so that people will choose you as compared to the others?
Yeah, actually that we propose to other that we have unique value of our services is we can get you more benefit from your trust. Like we are not only give you the money, but we can give you the point and some other thing you can convert that point to the electricity token or pulsa or whatever. So we hope that from that benefit that we offer to them, they will at least try to sort their waste. And also we not building any we are not building infrastructure warehouse, but we connecting and incorporating more with existing ecosystem. So I mean, like, it's more efficiency, money efficiency for us.
All right, thank you so much, Agung, and thank you to our judges for all those questions. Now we're gonna move on.
Thank you.
The next startup. Ting, who's the next startup that we have for today?
All right, next up we have Duitin. Hope I'm saying that right. They provide easy access for all to begin recycling and managing their waste, and incentivizes waste contributors with monetary benefits. So pickers who collect the bulk of Indonesia's waste will also benefit from enhanced efficiency, with Duitin providing increased visibility of opportunities and optimizing their collection route. Please welcome Adijoyo.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, welcome to Startup Arena Pitch Battle. All right, take a deep breath. I think we're ready. You have 5 minutes and it starts now.
Hello, my name is Adijoyo. I'm the co-founder of Duitin. Duitin is a digital platform. It's a digital waste management platform that promotes environmental sustainability by incentivizing recycling with social and economic benefits. We provide easy access for all to begin recycling and manage their waste, and incentivize waste contributors with monetary benefits. There are 19 million tons of recyclables disposed every year in Indonesia, and only 1.2% of Indonesians do recycle. Not because they don't want to, but mostly because they don't know how to, as recycling is not a common thing in Indonesia, not to mention access to a recycling facility is very limited. On the flip side, those who collect recyclable waste, who are known as scavengers, find it hard to collect recyclables from household. They often have to scrape through trash bins to find them. Scavengers becoming Duitin pickers, we enable them to collect recyclables directly from people's homes or even businesses. They now know in advance where to collect, the amount of recyclables they will pick up. We have 2 mobile apps, one for individuals and businesses, and the other one is for scavengers. We provide 7 general categories to our contributors that will make it easy for even for first-timer to start sorting their waste or their recyclables. For instance, they can put all kinds of hard plastic into one category, which is plastic, and all paper-based can go under carton category. Currently, we're partnering up with Kimberly-Clark Softex to collect used baby diapers as well from contributors in certain areas. It's very easy and simple for everyone to use our app. You just need to put the kind of recyclables as an estimated weight for the pickup and hit order. The picker then will receive the orders nearby. So this is the app, and then search, use and then search for Duitin. Select the time of the pickup, and then search for Duitin picker, and the Duitin picker will receive the order and come over to your selected location. Our users can then use their monetary rewards to purchase digital products within our closed loop, and also they can even cash it out through our partner Link Aja, and very shortly we will connect also with the Dana. We released our mobile app in July 2020 on Google Play Store and App Store. Up until now, we managed to get over 100,000 downloads and collected over 150 tons of recyclable waste. Our market for recyclables are widely open, with only less than 7% of 19 million tons have been handled properly. Currently, we take 20% processing fee from contributors' recyclable value, 2 to 3% from digital products, and also 80 to 250% margin from the recyclable sales. Aside from that, we also gain revenue from corporate waste tracking and managing, also from brand sustainability campaigns. There are several players in the market which quite similar but not the same. Most of them require subscription fee for recyclables to be picked up. As for us, with a push of a button, we encourage people to start recycling with minimum hassle and offer monetary incentives while reducing trash to landfill. In Indonesia, brands and corporates now have to submit a sustainability report, and because of this, many are making more effort to change their behavior. We are partnering up with BCA, Kimberly-Clark, Softex, Adikarya, Fore Coffee, Standard Chartered, and a few more to enable them to do this. and expect many others to follow. The founding team have experienced and learned to live life as common scavengers at the very beginning, to know the pain points from both society and scavengers' point of view. With business, environmental, and social mission, we started to build the app in January 2020. We are on a mission to empower our pickers to have a better life and enable everyone to start recycling from home. Thank you for listening. Looking forward to see you after this.
Thank you for that presentation, Adijoyo. All right, now to the judges. Onki, what do you find the presentation to be?
Yeah, it was really nice presentation, very clear. Adi, thank you so much for explaining it to us. I have one follow-up questions. Given that the usage of technology in waste management is still relatively new, right, for Indonesians. So what is your current strategy and future strategy to acquire more users to actually use your app instead of leaning towards like the older technology, right? Basically, whereby people just do it offline.
All right. So actually, there are a few strategies that currently we are doing. We have 5 streams of user acquisition at the moment. We have paid media. We tried influencer tactical program as well, also offline and also B2B partnership. But due to our limitations currently, we only use paid media with a very small amount that we spend. But then we got viral in February, and then it went really high. I mean, currently our request is over 2,000 requests per month, but due to our limitations, currently we only can cater around 500 to 800 orders per month. So that's our big challenge at the moment.
Big challenge indeed. How about Irene? Can you chime in with a question, please?
Would love to know as well, how is the user behavior? How often do they actually reuse the product? And what is the strategy to probably build that behavior to the users?
Okay, so the number of repeat user, the users normally order for about once every 2 weeks. And the amount of recyclables that they collect is gaining like around 40% each order. So, and also we try to educate our users. For instance, we just unlocked this used baby diapers. And it turns out that with very small, very limited education that we do, they start to wash their used baby diapers and dry it. And it seems like a lot of people in Indonesia, most notably in Jakarta, they really want to recycle, but then they still don't know where to start. That's the problem.
How many % would you say is the repeat users? 10, 20, or?
Around 40% based on our data currently.
All right, let's wrap this up with Erlene.
Yes, just want to follow up on your answer to Onki question earlier, right? You mentioned you can only like serve 40% of your demand. I'm actually a bit curious because, you know, looking at your presentation, it seems like for you to catching up with the supply, you actually just need to add more scavengers, right? And there's like a lot of them. What's become the barrier for you right now?
All right, so we have two pickers currently. One is our own picker, and the other is we want to empower the common scavengers or the informal sectors. So the main barrier is like most common scavengers think that we are a competitor for them, not helping them to find more recyclables. So that's our main challenge, to convince them to join our movement. So it's just like a Gojek in the first, when they started, they tried to convince the ojek driver or ojek pangkalan to start using Gojek. So that's our main challenge right now. So, but on the other hand, we try to currently go offline and connect with the communities as well. It's been working quite nice in the past 2 months now. So we're gaining more pickers currently, organic pickers.
Okay.
All right. Wonderful presentation, Adijoyo. And thank you, judges, again for those questions. I hope Adi was able to answer them adequately. But now we've got to move on to our final startup for this evening's pitch battle, where we have Rendria Labde from Magalarva. So the future of the ocean is in jeopardy due to the unsustainable rate of fishing. And one of the core reasons for this is that the demand for fish protein for animal feed called fish meal. Magalarva produces sustainable protein for animal farmers and feed producers by converting organic waste. Pretty interesting stuff. So I'm excited to hear more. Rendria, are you ready for your pitch?
You're on mute again, Rendria.
Yeah, Rendria, could you just hit unmute on your Zoom, please?
Right. Let's get ready for your presentation. I think you look like you're very busy looking for that.
Yeah.
The button.
Yeah, there you go.
Wonderful. Okay, Rendria.
No, yeah. Can we just try to next slide, because I think there was a pretty bit of a lagging in our other. Wait. Okay, there you go.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Take a deep breath. Reset yourself. And you ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's give it a second for Backstage to load it up. But
they're checking on your lag issue. We'll make sure that everyone gets as fair of an opportunity as possible, but you know, it's the way it is. And you just have to roll with the punches and make full use of that 5 minutes. Doesn't matter whether your slide is lagging or not, we're listening to you. So be confident, be charismatic. And I think the team is ready to go. Right. Best of luck.
Yeah, Rendria, your 5 minutes starts now.
Hi, I'm Rendria, founder and CEO of Magalarva. We produce sustainable protein for animal farmers and feed producers by converting organic waste. As we know, two of the most consumed meat in the world is chicken and fish. It is produced by agriculture and it relies so much on animal feed. And the most important thing of it is protein. It is the foundation for animal feed and eventually for our food chain. And protein is $146 billion worth of opportunity or problem. However, protein industry is in jeopardy. Fish meal is one of the source of this protein. It is under major crisis because it is sourced unsustainably. It comes from exploiting 90% of fish species from the sea. Second, due to the increasing population and demand, it will have to be produced more and more. This sustainability creates pain points towards all stakeholders in the industry. For the feed producer, the rising price of protein is a problem. It has increased at least by 3 times since 2001. Other than that, the risk of supply is there as well. It has been widely known that fish meal is getting harder and harder to source. An alternative that is desperately needed. Animal feed industry needs a solution. This is where Magalarva comes in. We transform the protein industry by producing sustainable protein. We replace this unsustainable fish powder or meal with our protein, which is 550 times more sustainable because of the fact we replace them, than 10,000 times more land efficient, immune to crisis, and most importantly, it's scalable. We use black soldier fly technology to produce BSF protein by converting organic waste to make a full circular economy. It started from hotels or F&B factories. They generate food waste, and we will use our biotechnology to upcycle it to agriculture products, offload them to agri-industry, and it will then go to the food sector, become circular. We have a factory, and this is how our process flow look like. Our product goes by the name of Magma, and you can see the logo at the top. Our main product is our Magma Pure Protein. It is a black soldier fly defatted processed meal. It can be used for all animal needs to target farmers all the way to feed producer. Our other products is our Magma whole dried larva, is actually a feed for decorative fish, and our Magma shrimp feed specialized to target directly to shrimp farmers It will increase shrimp's appetite and increase the profitability of farmers. We're targeting a huge market with an obtainable market of $22 billion, which is the market of raw protein for pet food, aquaculture, and decorative fish feed. And we're aiming to capture $145 million of the market. We have two ways we approach our business, which is through B2B and B2C. Our B2B approach, this is our bread and butter, and this is our main thing, which is through corporate sales, which is going to be our biggest focus. And we will sell to animal feed producer as well as pet food companies. Through this, we can offload a big portion of our product because usually one sales contract would be a big contract. This will mostly be around our pure protein, and so far we have sold to Sri Aseu, which is one of the top 10 animal feed producer in Indonesia, and Marukan, one of the biggest pet food producer in Japan. Since 2017, we have managed to increase our revenue by 3x, and we're on our way to 5x our annual revenue. Along with it, our production also increases significantly year on year, making us the biggest BSF producer in the country. And the last year alone, we have exported to Japan, Singapore, and Turkey. We're making sales, we're saving the ocean while reducing food waste at the same time. This is our impact. Point 14.4 of SDG is keep the fishing sustainable. We have estimatedly kept 75 million fish in the ocean, and point 12.3 of SDG is reducing food loss, which we have prevented 6,000 tons of food waste from landfill. We have at least 6 things to be our strongest suit. And first, and most importantly, we have the lowest COGS in Indonesia. And second, we have a pretty well-known brand around the BSF industry due to our quality. Third, we have a network of supply currently to enable us to scale up 10x without our own capex. Fourth, we are the only BSF factory using the fully vertical farming method. Fifth, we have secured our feedstock for the next 36 months through contract with Fish and Flag and Indo Milk. And we have a strong IP where we have the best egg in BSF in Indonesia, which is the heartbeat of our production. Globally, we have a few companies that are also doing the same thing. Winesec, Innova Feed, and Protix are all big companies, but they're in Europe, and they don't have the most important thing for BSF, which is the climate of Indonesia and the market of Indonesia agriculture, and also the food waste elimination that Magalarva is known as an expert. Thank you. Can't wait to hear your questions.
Yes, thank you so much, Rendria, for that wonderful pitch. Let's move on to the judges. Irene, could you start us off with a question for Rendria?
Thank you so much. It's very interesting to see how it's go live as a company. Can you talk more maybe about the operations and infrastructures that you have to produce, like how do you grow the soldier fly, and how does it take to turn that into the produce?
So I think I have a process flow like in the beginning of the slides, but basically we have a factory. We have a 4,000 meter square of facility where where all the organic waste comes to that place, and you can see here where we're using some plastic stacking method. The blue thing over there is our media to grow the larva. And you can see here that we have a brood stock, we have a recycle rate of 1%. So only 1% or even less of our larva goes back to become like the mother of the flies. So the mother of the flies will lay the eggs to become the next batch of production. So we have a very efficient rate at that point. And then after that, we have a process. We have a processing facility which allows us to produce the meal, the powder, the organic fertilizer, and the whole dried larva. All is still in one factory, but we already have 2 suppliers outside our factory. So basically, they're our subordinates, or they're under our guidance to supply to us, and then we buy it back from them. So we can scale up our production without having invest on too much capital.
Very quick one. What is the gross margin for this kind of product?
So it's different between the products. For the whole dried larva, for instance, our gross margin is around 60 to 70%, whereas the powder, which is a very big market towards pet food, as well as eventually goes to the shrimp
Okay, thank you.
farm. So, yeah.
All right, thank you for that. Erlene, maybe do you have a question for Rendria?
Yes, it sounds very potential and also promising, but I have a questions more on your competitive advantage. I mean, what makes you different as compared to others? Because I believe like, anyone else also can, create the same one, right? Or do you have like, what's the difference?
Yes, so a significant difference is the way that we approach our production, where our team is full of researchers. Where currently now we're pretty sure, we're 100% sure that we are currently the cheapest BSF producer out there in Indonesia, because I think like you said, the product itself is actually a protein, where eventually we want to tackle the mainstream industry, mainstream market, which price for farmers is the most important thing. So currently now we have a very good foundation for us to be able to attack the market, to penetrate the market by being the cheapest one, and we are the most ready for it. And I think the decentralization of production is also a competitive edge for us as well.
All right, thank you for that. And Onki, do you have a question for Rendria as well?
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Rendria, this is very interesting. I have minimum knowledge on this subject, but I wonder on the effectiveness of your products as the substitute for animal feed compared to the current type of animal feed that is existing in the market. Can you please elaborate more on that?
So just to elaborate more on it. So what we replace is actually the raw material for animal feed, and has been shown from time to time that we're able to replace the unsustainable fish meal with better, if not with same, if not better productivity on the feed conversion ratio, because I think because BSF has something like this thing that increases appetite for the fish. So basically it acts like a michin for the shrimps and for the aquaculture fishes.
All right, that's all the time we have for questions. Thank you so much, Rendria.
Yeah.
And also that's all for tonight for all our pitches. Thank you all to the startups that have given your pitch today and have spent time doing up these beautiful, beautiful decks, and also to the teams that are behind the whole operation. Really, you guys are solving great problems, waste management or these food production and all that. It might seem a little waste, people shun away from it, but it's a sexy problem. It's a great thing to do.
It is very much.
And thank you again to all our judges for taking the time to listen to these very, very promising entrepreneurs. And now I think we have to whisk away our judges to another room. They have a very big and difficult decision to make. I'm very glad I'm not one of them. And the audience, you can feel free to participate and put your votes down in the chat box. We'd love to hear what you think. And even if you're in the team, cheer on for your teammates. So let us know who your favorite startup pitch is.
That's right. And while you do that, and while the judges are away deliberating, we're not gonna just keep quiet here for like 10 minutes. We want to hear from our Tech in Asia Indonesia Editor-in-Chief, Iqbal Kurniawan, about what he thinks about tonight's pitches. So can we welcome to the stage Iqbal?
Welcome, Iqbal. Oh my God. First of all, we have to talk about that setup.
Right.
He's way more equipped than we are.
Yeah, and we're the MCs, but he's got like the whole Twitch streamer setup going on. Iqbal, how are you doing?
Guys. Yeah, I'm fine. Can you hear my voice?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear. Yeah. So, Iqbal, let's talk about tonight's pitches, I guess. First of all, we noticed between the two of us that there's been a lot of discussion about waste management during tonight's pitches. As particularly because we came from last week's semifinals, where it was a lot of different interpretations of what ESG innovation means.
Singapore semifinals.
Yes, the Singapore semifinals last week. Then we come to Indonesia. There's a lot of like waste management, trash management, startups and innovation around that. Is this a huge problem in Indonesia? Is that why there are so many startups today that revolve around trash and waste management?
Yeah, you see, Nat, I think because especially like the participants said, Indonesia is the second most contributing nation of plastic waste, right? And honestly, Indonesians are not used to sort their trash like other developed countries. Households are used to dump all their garbage in plastic bags and leave them to be picked by trash collectors who will end up in landfills. Because that's why, well, there are many companies and even trash collectors that sort the waste, the valuable ones like electronics, pet bottles, and other stuff can be used again. The scale is very not enough with the trash production rate. Yeah, that's why I think that there are a lot. Trash is an immediate problem here in Indonesia, and I'm happy that many startups are trying to solve this problem, and yeah, just to make the environment better.
Yeah, it is really heartwarming to see that, you know, individuals like these entrepreneurs are stepping up to the plate and solving this big problem by themselves. I mean, even in Singapore, you know, sometimes like myself, when I recycle, I don't really know where it's going. You just have to have faith in the system. But I think it's great to see all these people with concrete plans and big dreams to take matters in their own hands.
Yeah. So, you know, with the rest of the ESG ecosystem in Indonesia, have you been seeing a particular rise in the number of ESG startups that have come out? Has there been a particular growth in the ESG sector in Indonesia that you've observed?
Yeah, especially in recent years, I believe that many startups here in Indonesia are tackling the environmental problem. Actually, there are a lot of startups that I know that receive grants from government or from multinational companies, but they are yet to make their technologies or their initiative to be to make a business out of it. Yeah, that's why seeing a lot of startups here that trying to make a business from the environmental initiative is very happy to see them.
Right, right. So actually, I have something to ask about that because recently, I don't know if the two of you are avid Reddit users, but I tend to lose sleep because I am addicted to Reddit. And recently, ex-CEO of Reddit came onto the platform to do an AMA, and he now runs basically an ESG startup. And someone asked him this question about profitability, you know, whether his new venture is going to achieve profitability. And his answer was no, because he believes that mission-driven startups such as his, mission-driven endeavors like that, if they go profitable, they are taking away money from the mission itself. Do you see a lot of discussion about this? Or I don't know, what's your take on this, Iqbal?
Big claim.
Yeah, I think environmental initiative can also be profitable. I mean, if the initiative is not profitable, then it will not scale up and it will not create great impact to the society, right? Like the ones like the ride hailing that empower a lot of drivers. It came from I think they have some kind of want to contribute to the society, and on top of that, still making profit because of it. And I believe that some of the startups here also, not some of them, but all of them are also trying to make to improve the livelihood of the society while helping to create a better environment. Yeah, that's why I think if the initiative want to get big and create a great impact, it also have to be profitable. Otherwise, many people won't see the point of putting too much effort unless he is some kind of rich like Reddit CEO, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
right.
I think that's my take.
No problem too big, no person too small. I think this is a topic that we'll continue to talk about throughout the Tech in Asia conference. Now let's bring it back to the pitches of tonight. And how did you think of them? Should we go down the row of,
or maybe like which
your
one
favorite?
particularly were you raptured by?
Yeah, and that's actually a hard question because I cannot seem to pick one favorite among the participants. I like them all, and I would like them to succeed in the future. But if I'm speaking from a customer perspective, I'd like to use two startups product like Siklus and also Duitin, because who doesn't want to create some financial incentive from their trash, right? Yeah, that's thing I'm really interested about as a consumer, and also the Siklus one because yeah, I agree with the Yana that the sachet and all the plastic wraps are just too much to handle, and I also have a lot of empty containers in my house, so I'd like to reuse them to contain the shampoo and the detergents again.
Yeah, definitely do the link ups right now. I guess in terms of the deck, I really enjoyed Magalarva's deck was really nice, and also
Duitin's was
great. Siklus, Jan's one with the video, you can tell that it's well produced, and a lot of thought has been put into that, even though we couldn't really hear the audio.
Yeah,
I'm going to check their YouTube channel after this to see the video.
I think everyone should.
Yeah. Yes. So I guess, we talked a little bit about the ones that you would like to use, but if you were to put yourself in an investor's shoes, or maybe in the judge's shoes, let's talk about them while they're away. Which one do you think that you would pick to invest in?
I think I will pick the ones that has the potential to scale up much bigger than what right now, in terms like the Duitin, because he talks about they use the comparison with Gojek, right? And you can see how Gojek is big right now, right? By empowering the consumers and the local business, like the local scavengers, and I think that really have a big potential there. And I'm not saying that the other startups don't have big potential. They have their own niche and their market to develop. But the ones that I want to see is, just like something that can empower many aspects of the elements of the society, and then create some benefit to all of them.
Yeah, definitely. And what do you think about Magalarva? Their problem is a little bit more, complicated. They have an IP behind all that. Maybe for the average people like us who don't really know what's there. I mean, you're the editor, you probably know more about it. What do you think about their product?
Yeah, we have actually Magalarva has been in our radar since a few years ago, I think, when they just started, and they sent us to report, and we talked to them several times, and I'm very impressed with their progress so far. And interesting choice that I didn't know that they already targeted the fisheries industry, because fishing industry in Indonesia is huge. As you may know, about 2/3 of our geography is consist of sea, right? And if they can I don't know, like to dominate the market with their products, and I think it's very interesting prospect. And the founder also said that they have a huge foreign companies as their clients, right? And I think it's a huge potential of going forward.
Definitely. I mean, Indonesia is a collection of islands, and if they dominate this space, they're gonna hit it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Iqbal, you've been in Tech in Asia, Indonesia for a while. You've been covering the
recording in progress.
You've been covering the innovations within various sectors, including ESG. So, I guess what is something that stood out to you as a particular innovation or a particular evolution or growth that I guess you're very hopeful for, or you're very happy about?
Yeah, the most urgent thing is I agree with the participants. It's the waste. The waste problem is very urgent, and if we can do something about it, like having a more efficient waste management process, or even the processing to be other raw materials, it's very good. And for my personally, I also want to see the improvement in the electricity sourcing process, because in Indonesia the electricity is very heavily based in coal, right? And it's not it's a very dirty, the polluting environment. If we can shift to more renewable energy, then it will be very great.
That was exactly what the Singapore startups were trying to tackle, right? A lot of that. So I think it will be a general progression, and we hope to see more variations in the startups to come in Indonesia. Very, very promising.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Iqbal, for helping us to pad time and for that wonderful conversation as well.
Yes.
We'll
Thanks for
catch up
having
with
me.
you soon. Yeah, thank you for having us. Now back to you guys, the audience. I hope that you were paying attention to our editorial talk, as we call it, with Iqbal, our editor-in-chief for the Technasia Indonesia. But right now, our judges have actually returned to the startup arena stage because they have finally deliberated on who is walking away with the prizes tonight. So judges, I hope welcome back first of all, and I hope you've had enough time to discuss tonight's winner. So before we announce the winner, what can you tell me about them? Can I invite you guys on stage and just tell me about what impressed you so much about this startup, why you chose them as the winner? Let's tease the answer a little bit. Maybe Irene, could you tell us a little bit about what really got you to vote for this startup?
Well, firstly, I think this is a very interesting pitch battle because you see a lot of collaboration, and it's kind of interesting. We have to try to find where the differentiations are, and it's going for a very good cause. But at the end, we are really trying to find the balance within ESG, right? How are they performing in terms of the impact, and how also it's going to be for the economics and sustainability of that company alone. So really exciting. So the winners are there, and I hope that many other companies are going to that route as well.
All right. Now, Erlene, before we move on, without spoiling the winner, could you tell us a little bit about them? What you thought was very interesting about them? What made them so investable in?
Yeah, I guess the solution that they're presenting to us, even though it's in a very short pitch, is really clear. So we can really see the potential and also the social impact. That's what really stand out from these two winners.
All right, that's something to take away for all of us on what actually investors are looking at. And to wrap it up, Onki, how about you talk us through what are the criterias for judging the winner and runner-up for today's event?
Yeah, so basically, I would like to congratulate everyone here. Basically, I think great presentation. Even we really had to speed up the discussion because it was really difficult for the three of us to actually decide on the winners. But I think we are looking at the innovation. We are also looking at the kind of solutions that they provide and the impact for the society, as well as the whether the business model is actually feasible and sustainable for the longer term, right? Because that's what we want to see as well from a business, right? Not only sustainable only for a couple of years and then die, right? But we want to see it grows even further in the future.
Right, thanks for that. I know it's a very, very difficult decision, and we're sorry to put you through that.
Yeah, I hope all of you are still friends after that discussion. Hope no one's walking away angry. But thank you so much for your time once again, judges. Now, I guess for the audience, just a little bit of a recap. So our winner and our runner-up for tonight will walk away with attractive prizes from Google Cloud, and they will also enter the finale at our Technasia Conference 2021 virtual next month. But only one startup tonight is going to walk away with $2,500 cash prize, complimentary 1-week trial to App Annie Intelligence Lite, a Technasia Conference 2021 virtual benefits, a 2-day virtual booth at the Technasia Conference, 2 passes to Technasia Conference 2021, which will give you access to all the conference segments, post-event video access to all sessions, and so much more. So without stalling anymore, Ting, do you want to tell us who the runner-up is first?
Thank you for that honor. And the runner-up is... Congratulations to Tridi, Oasis, and Dian. Okay, now on to the moment that we all have been waiting for. All right, Nat, I'll return the favor back to you.
To me, okay.
Yeah.
Well, the winner of Startup Arena 2021 Indonesia Regional Finals is... Congratulations.
Thank you.
Right.
Congratulations to Magalarva. Well done, well done.
Yes, congratulations to Magalarva as well as Tridi Oasis. Let's talk a little bit here. How are you guys feeling? How do you guys feel having won the Startup Arena Indonesia semifinals?
Let's start with Dian, and as you can see, she's actually in a moving vehicle. That's how on the ball she is. You know, that's how you win this. You gotta hustle.
You pitch and then you leave.
Exactly.
How's it feeling, Dian? How do you feel about winning the runner-up place tonight?
I'm feeling really thankful, and thanks for everyone. I didn't expect this actually, and everyone is really great. The other 6 finalists, and I think the first one that I got from this event is I got a new connection with everyone here and the other participants. So that's the best. That's the best that I get from this event. Thanks, and congratulations for everyone, and especially for Magalarva.
Lovely, lovely sentiment. I think we're having a little bit of issue with the visuals, but I hope everyone can listen to that audio.
Yeah.
And I think so far, even throughout your entire presentation, you were you were very well connected with the rest of the startups, and I love to see that community spirit, and you guys are so closely knit together. And there we go, you have your visuals. Look at her, she's on the car, seatbelt and everything. All right, amazing. Now on to the main event.
Wait, but before that, I want to hear from Rendria.
Yes.
Magalarva, having won, Rendria, how are you feeling? I can see it on your face. You're pretty elated about this. Tell us how you feel right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep my smile down, but it's pretty hard.
Smile.
Yeah, it's a huge honor to join to win the prize and to join the final. But I mean I think everybody here is a winner, and even reaching the semifinal in Indonesia between I don't know how many applicants there was. It was a huge honor, especially when just now we move on to the final. Yeah, it's pretty nice thing to have.
Really nice indeed.
Very, very good vibes. You know, actually, Nat and I were chatting after your presentation. We wanted to ask a question, and we said we'll only ask it if you win it, and you actually won.
Okay.
Our question is, do you fish yourself? Do you like fishing?
No, I don't like fishing, but I like farming. I like farming more. Yeah, so everybody like people usually farm like fish and chickens, and each day and every day we farm not worms, basically maggots. I'd say.
Okay, wouldn't recommend them as pets, but that's why it's called farming. All right, thank you, judges, and all the startups today. You're right, everyone's a winner, and of course to our two finalists from Indonesia Regional Startup Arena. All right, we have our last Startup Arena pitch night for the rest of Southeast Asia region coming up next Wednesday, September 22nd at 4 p.m. Singapore time. So stay tuned to that.
That's right. Once again, congratulations to Magalarva and Tridi Oasis. Thank you so much, everyone, especially the audience, for joining us tonight. We'll see you next week for the rest of Southeast Asia semifinals and hear from some regional startups that are working towards a better working and living environment. But until then, my name's Nat.
My name's Ting.
Your name's Ting. Thank you for joining us, and good night.